Brother. Yo. They locked my Twitter like 20 minutes ago, so I can't post that we're going live on Twitter. Yeah, I'm about to. That's entirely possible. It would surprise me if you weren't, all things considered. So, I have seen a number of alleged methods to undo the shadow ban, most of which involve like, hey, you gotta put it down and stop posting until the next time they reset the algorithm, and then it forgets, essentially. Because it's going to pull, whenever they reset the algorithm, it pulls your recent history of like, what the fuck is this guy even about? And then you're not about anything. So it has nothing to judge you on, and it just goes on with its day. I think. I have no evidence of this. Boys, we're here with Ortho Chat today. We're gonna go fast. Haunt, when I do that, you have to ping the fuck out of me in Discord, sir. Haunt, when when I mistakenly leave my mic live on the get started screen, you have to ping me 5,000 times in Discord. I don't even know how I did that. That's not even like a normal setting. I don't know what the fuck. But luckily, I think the only thing that I said was that they fucking locked my Twitter. These little demon bastards, they locked my Twitter for responding to Kalos. Yeah, well, okay. I was being funny. I was having a laugh, and it was a bit of a rude laugh. So you know, yeah. So, and I guess I still don't have the Discord. Okay, so how about Discord audio now?
Can you hear me? Are we good?
Okay, good. There we go. So
We're back.
we are in fact current. We are back indeed. Let me put the thing here. Pow. I said pow. Go get. Join. Do it. Well, it doesn't want to do it. There it goes. Walmart, Mike, Ortho Chat. Oh no.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know. I don't know. They reported me. So okay. Apparently there was a shooting in Canada today.
I saw that video. Dude, I didn't even hear reports on it.
Me neither. The only place I saw it was on Twitter. And on Twitter, apparently one of the things that happened during this situation is that some lady may have shot a bystander. The chick cop apparently aced a bystander, and when that happened, it turns out the guy that she shot was a rabbi, out of all possible people, and so
He was a big fat dude, wasn't it? Dude, that sucked. The poor guy was kind of looking at the shooter down the way, and then like I just see him drop, and
well,
he's
just
like on the video.
so I just you gotta always, like, you know, the Sam Hyde clip about like woman cops. You got to get out of the way. You can't be in the line of fire. You're gonna get hit. And then, but anyway, so the thing that got me locked out of my Twitter for the next, it's only a 12-hour. It's only a quick 12-hour. Is that you know, I said, well, somebody, you know, go ahead and just edit the halo on her real quick in the.
Oh man, dude, no, you mind if we hop into some PvP?
Yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, we haven't played that in a while. But dude, how horrific!
It is.
You know, it's weird, and maybe being as cynical as I am, this shouldn't have been the first thing that came to mind. But it's like, I have this curiosity within me at how effective of a military force United States police would be in comparison to the militaries of like other countries and stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
about, like, dude, think about how badass our Chicago SWAT divisions have to be.
Oh no, it's yeah, it's way simpler than that.
Those are like fucking like monsters too.
yeah. If I recall correctly, the New York City Police Department is like the third largest standing army on Earth or some shit, where it's like this is a constantly always on force that is militarized and blah 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 blah. And so like there's like they've got like 40,000 men all told. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot of standing men, you know. But and especially when you then consider like, hey, how militarized are our police versus everybody else's police? And that's a lot. So it's pretty good odds. I'd bet on the U.S. cops pretty much always.
Yeah, every day of the week. Like, I mean, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's like the only thing they don't have is like active explosive ordnance, which it's like, I mean, at that
I
rate,
bet
like,
they do. I bet they do.
I'm sure. Yeah. It's
I
like,
mean, They got enough cool shit they stole from dudes who were banned on Twitter, I think. If nothing else.
Oh, it's like, but I don't know. Like, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, man, like, it kind of took me back to, like, I saw this really dorky video. I want to say maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and it was, I don't know if it was the Polish military or it was the German military practicing. Anti-drone warfare. No, I'm lying to you. It was China. It was a Chinese training video.
Oh, yeah.
And it had this poor guy like swinging around a pole, like trying to what's it called? Trying to evade the drone and like shoot at whatever. And like all I got through my head was like, listen, there's probably nobody that the two top like populations that probably understand urban warfare right now are probably like Slavs right now, like Russo-Ukrainians and stuff like that, and then United States police forces, because these are the only ones that I've experienced, and it may like it's odd to me that like defense departments across these countries don't look at stuff that's happening in like the inner cities in the U.S. or even like how like the cops at least try to like, or at least how like the cops and the gangs in like South America fight, or like how Ukrainians and Russians are fighting. Like nobody's like taking lessons from this.
I think so. There's two parts to this. One, I think they are, but two, I think they're so outclassed that it doesn't fucking matter. Because the reality is they don't have the money for that shit. Period. And then the only place they would get the money for that shit is from us. So they can't pay for that. So what are they going to do? The only hope they have is to play nice and do what we told them, and that's it. And there's just no room for them to develop their own like seriously militarized police.
Evidently, dude. It's like, yeah, it kind of throws me off. Oh wait, you're running heavy. Let me go. I'll change real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like, and I saw it like, it's just bleak. Like you see the incompetence of like cops in the UK too.
Yeah,
they're really screwed.
Oh my God, the Scotsman that was running around with a knife the other day, in the UK, saying that he's and I wanted to bring this up with you, because this guy's just howling that he's here protecting his nation from all these Muslims. 5 people are injured, nobody dies. And the pictures that are coming out of him, apparently, like, some of them are definitely fake because there's a change of costume part of the way through.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So definitely...
Is this starting to smell psyop-y?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. But, like, I don't know which parts exactly. But I know that at the very least, some of the pictures are totally fake. The dude's not even wearing the same pants, and his tattoos are different, right? Now, AI upscaling does do a bunch of shit to an image, right? Like if you tell it, hey, upscale this, it's going to go like, okay, it's a dude like this in gray pants. And then it's going to... Yeah, and it's not going to necessarily know which pants it is. It's not actually enhancing that image. It's reading the image, deciding what it is, and then making a new image out of, the prompt that it generates by reading the previous image, right? It's not actually learning what you're showing it. So these could all just be a result of that. However... new follower, Aldebiddle.
Welcome to follower.
Good morning, new follower. But anyway, so it's not ridiculous that like it could be a real thing and it's just people keep trying to upscale the image and it's spitting out bullshit. But when you take that and then like the pictures of him getting arrested, there's like 50 cops, right? Like it is.
Oh, no way.
It is so many fucking cops, right? And, compared to, I don't know, how many cops were at the rape gang mosques yesterday, Like,
oh, yeah.
So I don't really want to I don't want to hear it. But, so, to add to the weird psyop-y flavor of Jesus, what am I holy shit. Okay, I was trying to dodge, and the dodge wasn't happening. I wonder if I am... I saw that my network was saying that I was way low, and I'm yellow on the network. I'm trying to dodge, and it ain't dodging, brother. Did you turn off dodging with a thing or something?
No. There's no modifiers on this.
Okay, there we go. No. All right,
We're
fine.
back.
It's picked up. We're alive again. All right, so anyway, on top of...
The UK just got their new prime minister too. I don't know what his deal is. I heard he's a Catholic, but like a super lit.
Oh, did they actually say who is the new prime minister? Because all right, so Keir Starmer.
They swore him in.
They did swear him in. Okay, because he only resigned today. Starmer only resigned today.
Yeah, that whole thing did feel a little fast. It's the whole thing with the UK's democratic system feels a little kind of like janky and thrown together.
Yeah.
They just decided never to fix it.
Well, so I think the reason for that, and I could be totally wrong here, but as I understand it, like on paper, their democratic system only functions at the pleasure of the king. Still, like the crown is still the crown, and it's just that
Right.
you guys all get to vote and all that stuff, and me, the king, I promise that whoever it is you vote, I'm going to anoint them in some way and say, like, yes, you're allowed to be in charge of stuff, and that we will have a prime minister based on that. But they sure don't act like that, most of the time. Ooh, shit, my respawn's up to 300 seconds. Holy. But, okay.
All right.
So,
No.
what I actually wanted to ask, and I even put it in the title this time, is that so how does Greek Orthodoxy feel about the whole crusading thing? Because I feel like we are rapidly approaching a yes or no moment on the whole crusade thing.
So, the crusade, like, the Orthodox Church is not, we're not crusaders. We were never crusaders. The Crusades were a purely Roman Catholic phenomenon in a way that is super unique to them. Now, we aren't foreign to Holy War, though. We are very well versed in that topic. Where you got to remember, over the course of the Eastern Roman Empire, as it may be called now, we had so many emperors, even dealing after the rise of Islam, that we had to kind of put the foot down concerning what was happening. If you want to read about who's probably my favorite non-theologian saint in the history of the church, I think I told you about him, Saint Nikiforos Phokas. He was a Byzantine emperor, not widely venerated in the church for any particular reason, but it's the trend in the Orthodox Church is you have people like Saint Paisios, you have Saint John Chrysostom, you have Saint Basil, you have these great spiritual thought leaders and theologians and spiritualists who've seen the hidden parts of the Lord and whatever, and that is nice. But we have plenty of saints throughout the church who were just these great men of history who also just happen to be holy enough to receive the title of being saints. For example, so Saint Nikiforos Phokas, he's famous for pretty much wiping out Muslims across all of the Greek islands when he was the emperor.
Okay.
And that even earned him the title the White Death of the Saracens. He was this... He killed, I want to say it was 7 or 8 million of them across Cyprus, Chios. He took the Byzantine armies and he just wiped them out. But, those were actually a little more similar to what we're talking about. These great wars that Justinian and the Palaiologos dynasty, a lot of the Palaiologos dynasty emperors were not saints for one reason or another, but there were plenty of emperors throughout the Byzantine Empire, saints and non-saints, who went to war with Islam for the sake of saving the empire. And But the reason that's similar to what we're talking about is like, I think the tilt now is people are looking and saying, well, we need to save our cultures, we need to, save our children, the ethnos, the identity, and but with the Crusades, it was a little more pointed, where they were saying, well, this is. The Pope declares that we go reclaim the Holy Land in the name of Jesus Christ because it's like, the throne of his power, and it's where he was born and crucified, and yada, 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 so on and so forth. And, it sounds like a nice sentiment on the surface, but, like, the reality is for any Christian that no matter what we lose, Christ is always with us. Like,
well,
we don't
sure,
have,
yeah. Well, I when I say crusading, I do just specifically mean like, hey, not even necessarily. So it's being brought up in chat that like the idea that Jesus would say, "Okay, go do that," is bananas, which I think I agree with. Yeah. But at the same time, I do think that like. Not even in like the idea of the defense of Christ, because that's not the point. But like in the defense of Christendom is probably a better like way to look at it. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, that's an okay way of saying it. It's like the idea of a crusade. It's like look, that it speaks to us on a personal and spiritual level. It's like what do we do in times of trouble? And the trouble could be anything. Could the trouble be, these personal issues that we deal with in our lives? Could the trouble be, raving hordes of Muslims? Could the trouble be,
right?
Could whatever it is? And the idea is like God. I mean, God Himself is not a pacifist, and we're not called upon to be pacifists. Jesus Christ even said, "I come not to bring peace but a sword." He said this directly to the people he was preaching to. So he even said, if you have no sword, sell your cloak and go buy
sure
one.
Yeah no, and we've all heard that at this point.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like a properly pithy way to do like a cloak and sword merch combo. Where it's like, cool. Hey, the guys who listen to me, they're not so poor that they can only have one or the other. Buy a cloak and a sword.
Well, I think you'd be better off selling ghillie suits and.
Yeah. Well, okay. Although I would like to point out that the cloak will be making a comeback in the modern age, because as it turns out, the IR cloaks and like the standoff cloaks. I've thought up a way. Okay, so check this out, and this is so fucking stupid, but it works. So, have you ever seen that? I guess it's a YouTube and a TikTok account. Oh, we are both we are united in death here. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, here's hoping. But the you've seen that YouTube or TikTok account that all he does is he I think he's Northern European something, and they just have thermals, and they do shorts about like, oh, would this fool thermals? Oh, would that fool thermals? And like the only thing they ever found that was like, yes, this does kind of fool thermals, was like, hey, if you have a good thermal cloak and then you don't actually let it touch you and warm up, then it kind of works, and it does. It breaks up your outline and you don't glow like a motherfucker on the thermal camera. It's very cool. Wow. And then, whoops. Well, so, but of course, if it's touching your body, then the cloak itself warms up. And I was like, you know what you could do? You could just have it like where it goes, where it's like standoffed from your body, where you could have like even just like a super lightweight tent frame shoulder pads that keep it off of you, so that it is suspended around you kind of a thing. And I bet you would be able to like move over time without it warming up. And then the thermals don't necessarily see it. You're still leaving hot footprints, but like from a drone view, doesn't look like nothing, And it was just so dumb that it was like, okay, so this is actually going to create the ridiculously large shoulder pads profile that isn't all the fantasy stuff. Yeah, Lot Lizard, like hoop dresses, but
wait,
like...
were you talking about the one dude? He's like, yeah, like, don't smoke cigarettes,
yes,
with thermals. And
yeah.
It's like, if you're pissing, like that'll show up on the
yes,
read,
that guy. Yeah, you've seen him. I knew you've seen him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that guy's awesome. Those are the kind of guys I like. I like the tech stuff. It's like, I could only do so much of like the Grand Thumb, DJ Shipley, like GBRS shit. It's like, listen, it's almost everyone got turned off from liking guns because it turns into like this gay dude bro larp, and it's like a little bit exhausting.
So the problem is that if you're okay, so what do you do, right? Like, let's say you want to do a guns channel. So are you just super serious all the time? Okay, how many videos can you make about, like, okay, for a pistol, buy a Glock. For a rifle, you get this. For this other thing, you get that. There's literally, like, 4 answers, and then it's the end of the discussion. If you're just being, like, super serious guy, right?
Here's the thing. It's like, I think the dudes that go to SHOT Show and they show up, like, all the new tech that's coming just from, like, a consumer standpoint, like, stuff's really
fun.
Who does that? TRS TV, I think, does that.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys do, and like new fun stuff is new fun stuff, right? Like I've been very tickled about the trigger kicker for the last month, because it's like, and even
what are you talking about, binaries or
it's a FRT. It's the new Hoffman tactical FRT situation, and it's even lighter and cheaper than his previous offering when it comes to, hey, how do I make a rifle shoot really, really fast when it's not necessarily, it's not full auto, but like,
oh man,
also it's really quick. So
I feel really bad for Kyle Myers. What's his name? Oh, fucking... why do I know his non-internet name and not his... FPS Russian.
Oh, FPS Russian. Sure, FPS Russian, yeah.
He got kind of screwed by the feds, and
he
next
did.
thing he has his podcast now with some of the old guys from Kiwi Farms or whatever the case may be. So
okay,
I think he's doing okay now, but yeah, like he was fun because he never like overdid the serious stuff, and then I like, for guys who really want to show people how to do like CQC or like player. There was one dude who died a couple years ago who was way better than T-Rex Arms or any of these other guys. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but but that shit, like, you can only like guns, like, as like a thing, like I feel like you could only do it so much. Like I don't know what it is with me. Like,
because it like I said, from a total like, if you're being really serious, it's a short show, right? And if you are trying to get super technical, like the Forgotten Weapons guy, right? Like, that's really interesting. Wow. That's a good show because it's a history show, and you can do a history show forever. It just so happens to be history of firearms, and so that's fine. But like, the reason that it turned into like gay broham LARP for most of this stuff is because if you're a dude and you're being silly, there's like 3 flavors of silly, and one of them, like, there's 3 flavors of silly and 2 of them are kind of gay, So if you've got 3 dudes, 2 of them are going to be making gay jokes, and that's just how it goes. That's just what's going to fucking happen if they're trying to be silly or light. And on YouTube in particular, well, in YouTube, it's you have to be silly. If you're not silly about the gun stuff, then they do not want gun stuff on the show, on their platform. That's not what they're there about. That's not what they're there for. So, it's like, no, look, we're silly and funny. Look how silly and funny we are. He he he. And then, all right, fine. But then it does come off very like, I don't know about that. Yuck. Patooey.
What happened?
Uh-oh. No, just the just how gay, just how very, very extra gay they make it. And like, I don't even mind guys broing around and it's like, all right, guys broing around and one guy grabs another guy's balls and like gives him a wink. Very rude.
You know what, dude?
But whatever.
Dude, you know what? And that was a part of kind of the discourse a couple weeks ago. It's like the millennial curse. It's like, you know, guys who it's the beard with the man buns. It's liking IPAs. It's like, you know, shirts that say like you know, I heart tits, and like, you know, guys who
nice.
have probably never handled more than like 2 guns in their life, like trying to tell young guys who are training their asses off like every single day at the range to go make comp, like what like it's a certain brand of like sub boomer that has kind of driven everybody crazy the past couple of weeks. I had a buddy that got into IPAs one time, and I made fun of him for years.
Yeah, you should.
Oh my God.
You should.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
know where that shit came. I mean, like for me to go to a bar, not even a bar. It's more like a fucking like a hippie brothel.
Right.
Go drink peanut butter unicorn, and it's like 15%
dude,
alcohol. Please get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, okay. So like, there was a period where I was doing my best to drink anything besides rum and coke. Right? Like, where it's just like, okay, no, I know I love rum and coke. I may have scientifically perfected the rum and coke, but the problem is when someone's like, oh, well, why don't you like beer, though? And it's like, I don't really know. I just don't like it. And so I was trying every weird-ass beer that I could find. And like, maybe this one will be good. Maybe that one will be good. And the answer is no.
Yeah.
They weren't. I just don't dig. I enjoy Shiner Bock.
Yeah.
Right, and that's it. That's pretty much it. I'll enjoy a Guinness, I guess, if I feel like chewing my beer today. And those are the 2 beers. There's no other beers, I guess. I don't know.
I remember when I was oh God, I think I just turned 18 when this happened, and we were it was when my grandparents were still alive, and when they were around, we all used to travel with each other everywhere, and we had to go through Munich to get down to Greece, and so, you know, legal drinking age here is 18. So, like, you know, I was excited or whatever that I could just, you know, go out without anybody bothering me. And then,
okay, yeah.
Like in the Northern European countries, they kind of care about that law. But as soon as you hit like Macedonia, Greece, Italy, like they don't give a shit.
Every time you say Macedonia, I just think you're saying McDonald's, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck, what place is it that you're calling McDonald's every time? And I'm like, oh, he means everywhere else on the world says Macedonia, and like that's it.
Listen. I gotta keep the ethnic heritage.
No, I know you should. No, you are in the right. 100%. You're in the right. I'm just letting you know what happens in my brain every time you do it.
There is a slur for them. There is a slur for them in Greek. It's called we call them skiopi, and it's not really a slur because it's just the name of it's the name of their capital city, but that was the name for the entire area in the Greek times when we owned it all.
Okay.
And, like the country itself is like a machination of like the Turkish state after the war, but whatever the case may be. So, you know, we get through Germany, and I was excited, and I was like, you know, I have a tendency, even from the time I was young, to be like a completely restless. I wouldn't even say sleeper, just non-sleeper. Like I'm terrible at
just going the fuck to bed. Okay.
Yeah, I'm horrible at it. So. Anyway, what happens is so we get there, and you know, everybody's going up to the rooms, and like, you know, everyone we're like my family we're kind of like the Brady Bunch. It's like one of those things where like, you know, we're all together, and like everybody's like, you know, smiley, happy, bullshit, whatever. But you know, they all go to bed, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna tell my dad I'm like, you know, going out to go get something downstairs, go check it out, and I sit at the bar, and I'm like 18, dude. There is this 10 out of 10,
oh no,
like 23, 24-year-old German, what's it called, bartender sitting there, and I was like, you know what, I feel like just like trying the beer here because I hear everybody talk shit about it, like it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I stay up for the next 7 hours.
Oh.
I think I was like 9 or 10 drafts in, and me and this chick were talking, and it was great. Next thing you know, my dad comes downstairs, he's like, because I never used to wake up early when I was younger. He was
sure.
like, oh my God. I still don't, but he was like, "Oh my God, you're up! I can't believe it!
I can't
Like,
believe it. What? It's a miracle."
Yeah, I can have breakfast with my son, whatever. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I was out like a light
Of
now."
course, yeah. No, I woke up early just for
dude-
you, Dad.
And dude, as soon as they come down, they open up like the cupboards for breakfast, and it's like, listen, I'm a carb addict. They open it up, and there was like every bread that has ever fucking existed, and I'm like, oh my God, after I just drank that much, dude. From the flight from there to Athens, I've never slept better in my entire
Oh, I believe that. Yeah. There you go.
man.
See, that's the way right there. That's how it's done. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Where's the other fucking zone throw? This one's got his shield up. Yeah, up there he
right
is.
next to each other.
Okay.
I'm trying to pick at him. But no, something else I was thinking about. It's like I am getting quite sick of the anti-alcohol propaganda. I don't. I think that the decrease in young people and drinking is something like what we talked about before about how kind of like socialization generally is decaying, but
Yes.
the other thing is like, you just have these doctors that were just scaring the shit out of people from like the 40s, and it's like, well, kids, da 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 da. It's like, well, I mean, guess what? Like, half of the dads in that era were like complete effing alcoholics. Like by the time those studies were getting conducted, and it's like, my perspective medically is at least, would I rather have the adverse effects of something people have been consuming for the past 3,000 years,
right?
Like three like relative modern drinks a day on minimum, like, because the modern world was built on everybody.
Absolutely. So
I completely believe that every single day.
I'm pretty sure, like, I do operate better overall on a couple of drinks a day. And then saying that, of course, my wife absolutely does not believe that's true. She's not a fan in any way.
Sure.
But, like, seriously, like, one at the very least, one rum and coke right after dinner. Oh, I'm a joy.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm a joy to be around. But she's very sure that this is evil alcoholism speaking through me, No,
I mean, when I was younger, I drank a shit ton. Like, pretty much everybody did. But it's like, as I got older, I just started to notice it. It's like, I don't know. There's something about the world as it is that just causes like this effing anxiety complex with everybody.
Nope.
Like, you can never fucking relax. I have to deal with my girlfriend telling me, oh, you should like tense your shoulders down a little bit. It's like, I didn't even notice. Like, I'm in hunted mode, like, constantly, especially recently. And it's like,
oh yeah,
but when you're talking about stuff like, would I rather have like the adverse effects of something that hasn't affected people, nearly as bad as we think it did over the course of the past couple thousand years versus, just bumped up cortisol and stress constantly and like all this shit. Yeah, no,
sure.
I'll take the alcohol 10 out of 10 times a day, because people, if everybody wonders why they're fat, guess what? Guess where all of that midsection gut and love handle is actually coming from? That's all cortisol built up that doesn't let those fat cells get eaten from that doesn't let those fat cells get eaten by your body as energy, even when you're on a diet. So like, you got to figure out a way to relax a little bit, and if that's essentially impossible, so you know what I mean. It's like there's like a couple parts to it, at least for me.
There are. I don't know. I wonder where the threshold really is, because for me, I know. So the problem, of course, is that one of my drinks is probably like 4 of anybody else's drinks, and then
How do you make them heavy?
Yeah. But like, it's a good 6 counts of rum in the rum and coke.
Sure.
It's but I know that after I have one, I go, God damn, see how much better that is? And then like I go like, so plainly 2 is going to be even better. And then by the time I hit 5 and I'm having a great time and nobody else is, then like I do have a moment of like, how's everybody feeling out there? And like the answer's not necessarily great. And so I think it like there does come a point where no matter how much better I might be doing, I end up stressing out about how everybody else is doing. Even though, like, hey, you know what? In the morning, I'm going to wake up no hangover. I'm perfect. I'm fantastic,
I've only been hungover, like, maybe twice in my life, dude. I don't know. It's almost like it's a genetic thing with, like, the disparity between people who say they get hungover and people who don't. I don't know what
there is a genetic component, I'm sure, but it's also just, like... It's fantastic fuel. Oh my god! It's what a great fuel it is. It's like, it's incredible. And like, oh, are we going raiding? Are we going raiding right now? Because I have just the thing. If we're going raiding, and if we're not going raiding, then I just don't really know what we're doing here. So, what's this? Oh yeah. Well, okay. So. All things in moderation is absolutely valid. All things in moderation, including moderation. That's the thing, is that you can't just be a stick in the mud forever.
I've said it better myself.
Yeah. So, like, all right, I encountered a new streamer earlier. Well, I guess it was last week. I was talking about this on my last stream a little bit. This guy called Based Camp. His name's Malcolm, and he, apparently he's like a AI guy, and he looks like he's 20, and he's got 5 kids. I think he's Mormon, and the dude is just hammering it. And so, the thing is,
what does the dude like drilling shots?
No. Because he's Mormon. He's such a fucking autistic square. The guy is such a dork, and like, I guess it's okay that he's such a dork because he does appear to be really winning in whichever pursuits he's going after. But like there was another streamer that I watched that was a guest on his show, and so I watched a couple of his shows, and then I watched a couple of him by himself. But the guy is like he started trying to do like full ordered ranking of sins and exactly which ones are bad and for what. Like he was trying to hack sinning in a way that like, hey, if you're just gonna do this, no matter what we say, then maybe like these are probably better than those, and da. And it was like, no, you're doing the Talmud thing right now, where you're
a very Hebrew way of operates, indeed.
Yeah, and it was, well, not only that, but it was like you've just made the concept of sin so fucking boring, dude. Like I don't. Yeah. Holy shit! But like you've taken all of the life out of whatever may have been going on. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. You know, it would be really funny if there were guys out there who like tried to min-max their way into heaven, and God just looks at them and they're like,
I know what you were up to. Yeah,
no,
rocks fall.
He's like, oh, well, you know what? Unfortunately, you just missed it by a hair, bud.
Yeah. Well, because that's the thing. You have to rely on the DM when you're playing any of these role-playing games. The rules are the rules, but you do have a game master who might just tell you, sorry, rocks fall and everybody dies. Because, like, no, you were cheating, you knew you were cheating, I knew you were cheating. And we're just, nah.
Well,
and, like...
I don't think this is specific. I think everything Christ said has like 5 implicative meanings to it. One of my favorites is
I'm sure.
He says, I would rather thou be hot or cold, but since you're lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth.
Right. Yeah.
And that's kind of a part of that.
Sure. No, I got to use that one indoctrinating someone into like just being an extremist, like into embracing their own tendency towards whatever kind of extremism not long ago, just because I think that's correct, actually. But like
I think extremism as like a generalized you've talked
yeah we were talking about this. This was that week that it came up, and that's why it was on my mind,
It should be something that's generally more encouraged. I think the age of mediocrity and not
I have
even
a
necessarily mediocrity, but like what's the right word for it? like nonchalantness is has well overdone its stay.
Yes.
And
Yeah, for sure.
I
Worried
think
about being
passion and
cringe?
sincerity need to
Too
come
bad.
back, yeah.
It is time to be cringe. It is time to be cringe to the fucking moon and actually mean what the fuck you said. And somebody's going to go like, ugh. And that's just going to have to be okay. Because, no, we're going to be cringe kings in this house. That's how that's going to go.
Oh, I'll tell you this much. I mean, I don't consider myself necessarily young anymore. I consider myself at least young enough to be around young people without people looking at me like I'm some
oh
like I'm
no.
one of them in the band.
God damn it.
But
What's the German perfume guy's name?
Jeremy Fragrance
Yeah.
is the greatest content creator on the internet. You want to know something really funny? Before I started the Ortho chat, my idea was, it was really retarded. It was a Star Wars themed cologne review channel.
Oh no!
Oh
No! A Star
you, man,
Wars theme? Oh my goodness!
Well, the only reason it was Star Wars themed is because I fuck with Star Wars, and then I was like, okay, well, what do you call it? Like a cologne? Because I was just getting into cologne. I was like buying a whole bunch of shit, and I was like, well, what do you call a cologne review channel? And I was like, well, there's the Clone Wars. Well, why don't I just call it Clone Wars? And that's just
my god! Dude.
Yeah, it was real dumb.
Yeah, no, that's but that's beautiful.
Jeremy Fragrance is like a hero of mine.
Okay. But is he not like the perfect example of guy who is too old to be hanging out with young people? Like he's got to be at this point. If he just went to if he's in a nightclub, he's gotta be. He's gotta be. And even though he is the guy, aren't they gonna be like, oh, what's he doing here?
Oh, bro, listen.
Oh, my wife immediately Googled it. He is 37. 37 is the magic number for Mr. Fragrance.
Oh, that might as well be 23 in Europe. I mean, he's still living with his parents. I guarantee it. But
please be true.
We all do that well into our 40s. But anyway,
nice.
But I mean, listen. You gotta ask your wife sometime. You gotta ask her about the phenomenon of oh god, what's the right way to put it? It's like the perpetually cortisol free metrosexual. It's something. It's a spirit that encapsulates the hearts of millions of European men.
Yeah. Listen, the carefree. So I think I don't. Okay, so the only time I ever went to Europe was when I went to retrieve my wife, right? And so
gotta pick up the package.
Yeah, absolutely. So the thing is that I'm pretty sure there is if there is a homosexuality virus, I think that most European men are carriers. You
mistake me. Listen, it's not homosexuality. It's metrosexuality.
No, I know, but come on.
Listen. There is something about wearing the tightest cotton T-shirt that you can find and spiking your hair up, and wearing that to church for no other reason except that it's cool and sexy and fun. Because that's what life is supposed to be. It's cool. I say it every day of my life. It's because you know what? It's weird, dude. I'll tell you that, from a personal perspective, it was I don't know what happened to me over the past year, but I gained my first sense of self.
Oh.
I gained my I had this epiphany of wow, my shame. I have a sense of shame now, and a social, I guess, radar. And the first thing I said as soon as I realized it, I was like, wow, I fucking hate this.
Yeah, of course.
It's dude, when I was I remember myself when I was younger, and I was like, man, I'm fun. I used to dress up like a black guy to every party I went to, and I would just I would dance like nobody gave a shit.
Didn't you post something? Didn't you post something this last week that just had it was the most. I swear I saw. Maybe I dreamed this.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember, dude. That's how I used to dress. Like, because,
Oh
listen,
no.
the other guys when I was younger, like we used to do, like there were like these giant like church basketball like things that the Greek Orthodox Church kind of puts together,
Uh-huh.
and there were motherfuckers walking in there. It's like, oh yeah, I'm wearing my, I'm wearing my skinny jeans and whatever. Bro, I used to
Oh.
show up and I looked like the mailman that wanted to see what you smelled like. Like I was the I was
What?
I was yeah I was like the guy that dressed like the French guy that got too far away from France, bro. Like
Oh
I would just come up with the
no.
most ridiculous effing outfits, and I didn't give a shit what anybody thought. I wanted to look. Life was cool and sexy and fun. And then around the time I turned like the middle of 25, I was like,
Yeah.
why don't things feel cool and sexy and fun anymore? And like now
Oh
that
yeah.
I'm 27,
It's because you're an adult now.
Yeah, but I want to be cool and sexy and fun again.
Well, that's too bad. That is a that is a thing for the youngest of men only. I don't know. Like you have to relearn how to. So I think there are life phases of cool and sexy and fun, and I don't think they're the same ever. Right? Like cool and sexy and fun when I was 14, and then 19, and then 30 were all very different. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I fell into, and this was so gay of me. I fell into this thing of like, oh man, you know what? I'm getting, because I'm looking at myself at 27 years old, being like, man, I'm really getting up there in age. It's like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you're not, but you are though. So like, okay, there's this thing where
So what do you do with the middle? That's so odd.
well, so the middle lasts for as long as it takes for you to build your new self, is what it is. The old you is dead. You've got to finish. Okay. The old you is fatally wounded by time already,
Right.
and you have to finish killing him, and then you have to eat him and make a new one. You can't
There's no going back. Very Saturn-esque.
Yeah, there's no getting back what you've lost. There's no reliving it. You can in very small spurts relive it as a curiosity. You know, like you can sort of watch yourself do that as you are now, but the river is not the same river and the man is not the same man, right?
That's so true. It is. It's like I was talking to my spiritual father about this. I was like, man, where did my funk go? I want to be funky again, man.
Nope.
There's some funk that disappeared deep within me.
Yeah.
He was like, and he just said straight up, he was like, listen, because he taught me a very valuable lesson that expectations as even like a general concept are evil and satanic in all their ways. But what's equally evil is nostalgia. And
Well, yeah, that's an expectation of the past, essentially, right? Like neither are you now. The past and the future are not you. It is your past and your future, but they are not. Ooh, shit! I am at 1 HP. Oh no.
Oh yeah, fun here.
Oop, that's not what I needed at all. Shit. Nope. Dodged wrong. Okay. But no, like you don't get to go back in time, and you don't get to re-experience. Like, okay, you only get one first kiss, and that's that. You know?
Mine was in a Starbucks bathroom. That sucked.
You know what? Could have been worse. Right? But no, like it being in a stupid place is kind of part of the jam, you know?
Yeah.
Because it should be ridiculous. It shouldn't be perfect. No, you suck at this. If you were, you couldn't possibly be really great at any of these things. And if you were, it would be nonsense. For why are you doing that? You know? Oh my goodness, I am also blood. God damn it, I'm down for 2 minutes.
No, it's okay. And we're done. Okay, there was the end. Perfect. But so anyway, it's like the like I don't know. Like maybe I talked about this before, but listen, I got to get you on the phone with this guy one day. You would love this priest. This
Okay.
would be your guy. I had him talk to our mutual friend one time. Actually, they were able to say hello to each other. But they
Very good.
but anyway, so like he told me one time it's like the past doesn't exist anymore and the future doesn't
Exactly.
exist anymore.
Yeah.
And like the only thing that's like tangible and real is the present. It's the only thing we can interact with
Well, it's
in a
as
meaningful
real as
way.
it
And,
gets. Yeah, for sure.
it's as real as it gets. And the other thing is like the acceptance of like agency. Like it is scary to truly internalize that you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
You
of
know what I
course.
mean?
Terrifying.
Like great effort that like demands of you to become what you should be. Super odd.
All right, so here it's maxed me out on level, so let me go push buttons at this real quick. It'll be time to prestige, I think. So, okay.
Nice.
Now, one of the things that I noticed, yeah, and Haunt actually brings up a good point. So 10 out of 10 sub-Saharan Africans agree the past and the future are not real. And this is actually one of these things that I've thought about a lot because, like, the great pursuit of Taoism or Buddhism are that you gain the ability to oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. Each page station yes. Okay, good. Stomp parry effect, who cares? Auxiliary reload, melee kills of that'll never happen. When your armor is depleted, you take sure. We'll do that. So the past and the future don't exist. So for Taoism and for Buddhism and for all of these other spiritual pursuits, one of the main things is like, how do you live in the moment? Meanwhile, I would point out that, in the garden, before you had the knowledge of good and evil, I bet every day you're walking with God, and what that looks like is living in the moment. I would bet that these are describing the same thing because animals do it all the time already, right? And so, and gaining this knowledge, gaining knowledge of the future, gaining knowledge of life and death.
Wait, it just gave me a connection loss thing for some reason. Hang on, I'm going to load back in and give you my thing, but keep going, sorry.
Okay. That would knock you out of that state. And that is what knocked us out of that state. But it's also like one of these things that you have to do to become what you might be. Now, I don't think that the correct answer is to ignore the future, right?
Right.
Or the past. Like I said, to touch them, to reach out and touch them when, like, that boy isn't you anymore. But it's perfectly acceptable for you to still love your first kiss. That was a really important moment for you now also, right? Like, not just the boy that you were then, but the man that you are now. And so if you can't be built with your past, then there's no such thing as the future. And we know that's not true. All of your struggles would mean nothing. And, that's before we get to all of the really obvious good reasons that it's super important to be able to deal with the concepts of past and future, right? Like, obviously, you shouldn't have zero concept of the future, So,
I think there's some preparation. Oh, wait 1 second. Let me get you this code, Brother Bear.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's a part. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought I X'd out of Discord wrong, but
No.
yeah, like the thing with I think that raises a good point, but something that I think about it that's hard for us to conceptualize is the idea of a perfected stagnation. You know what I mean? Like this moment in time that exists beyond all time that is is satisfying in its perfect and final shape. You know what I mean? And this what I think the best representation of that is the Divine Liturgy, because it's a reflection of the kingdom of heaven. But at at the same time, what could also be a reflection of that is maybe that's why we have such a comfort in routine and pattern, and we don't like instability and upset, generally. Something that's like kind of hard coded into our souls in a weird way. Something like that.
I'm pretty sure. Well, all right. So things just being like change is rarely for the good, right? Like it does, like all of the things that ever got better. Well, that's a kind of change, but at the same time,
Right.
it is there are way more opportunities for bad change than there are for good change, right? Like, it's way easier to break stuff than it is to make stuff. So it's not unreasonable at all to have a very strong aversion to change generally.
Yeah.
And then in particular, just for change's sake is an insane thing to do. So,
Right.
oh man, I am a hair away from mastering these two weapons, Patui.
Nice.
But yeah. So yeah, I think it's perfectly reasonable to have a solid concern, we'll say, of change, and that just makes sense to have. But like,
Yeah.
let's see, was it Mycodius says that Confucianism is bitch mode and coping. The mandate of heaven is for weenies. I like that. Fucking Confucius say, man who run in front of car get tired. Man who run behind car get exhausted. It's so fucking stupid.
That's retarded.
It's so very stupid. Yeah. Ancient Chinese secret. Confucius say. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's like I'm learning how to get over it. I think I'm kind of nearing the end of my quarter life crisis that's lasted about 2 years, and
Oh, okay.
it's and it's like we're starting to transition out of it. You know what I mean? Like things are starting to feel a little more stable in their own way, and like it's kind
Okay.
of like this on and off. But the point is, I think it's something about before you turn 30, you gotta kind of turn yourself into the kind of person that you're gonna be for the rest of your life. You gotta set the patterns now.
Oh no, it's so much worse than that, dude. It's so much worse than that.
Lord.
Yeah. Instead, really, here's what actually happens: is that the whatever you're building right now, the moment you get good at it, because you will, you're gonna practice and you're gonna toil and you're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna go, got it, finally, I'm pretty good at this, and then you're gonna turn around and the scenario will change and you will have to do another new thing, right? Like you don't actually get to just rest on your laurels of having figured out your life. You will be yet again another new man. Like you got a prestige every time, right? Like so every time you max it out, you're going to end up going like, haha, got it, and you will get safe, and then you'll get bored, and then you will end up doing another one. Like that's just what happens. That's how it works.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So, if you lived to be 500, you would live 10,000 lives because you also, here's the other weirdo thing that happens. You get, if you pay attention to it, you will get better at getting better. And so you get meta better. And like,
You
so
get
this,
better.
this cycle gets faster to the point where like, hey, the first time you made you, it probably took you like, damn, 20 years,
Yeah.
25 years the first time that you were like, oh, this is me. Wow. Like actually. And then the second time is going to take you like 4 years. And the fifth time it's going to take you a month and a half. So like you get much quicker at remaking
you start to
yourself.
get a feel for your own intuition and your shell in a way.
Yeah. But also you start to learn how you maximize yourself in something. And then like I have forgotten so many life skills that like, okay, for 3 months I went berserk about baking and I was like an excellent baker. And then and then I got like, okay, cool. I got it. And then I stopped doing it. And that's all gone from my mind now. And I could pick it back up and that, whatever. But like, if you ask me right now, I can't tell you a thing about it, and there's so many of them.
I'm actually the same way about gunsmithing too now. If you put anything in front of me, it would take me a minute to like feel it again. Because like, I mean, I didn't touch some of my stuff for like, 2-3 years at one point. And then I was like,
okay.
Oh, shit, I used to be really good at this.
Yeah. So I've had a bunch of those, and I think you're supposed to, because each one of those, each discipline you develop informs your greater discipline, right? Like the totality of you, and like maybe you're supposed to get really good at a bunch of different things, and then by the time it's all said and done, you're supposed to have the one that you actually master will be a surprise to you and everyone else. But it could not possibly have gotten there without the 50 that you threw in the trash on the way,
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it's...
Oh,
It
shit.
feels odd. I think, like, it's just an odd... I feel like, hanging out in, like, the mid to late 20s is, like, an odd place to be. But it's like,
absolutely.
I am trying to take full advantage of it because I'm starting to become a little bit aware of my own mortality. It's like, listen, buddy, you are never going to look better, be healthier. You are never gonna like have this much like force. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see what I can turn myself into before before the engine starts not using coal as efficiently.
Right. Well, you've got let's see, how old are you right now?
I'm gonna turn 27 in September.
Okay, so here I'm gonna tell you a thing that's gonna be really bummer. So all right, so September is in 3 months. You have, if you do 3 heavy workouts a week, then
already on it.
Then you have all right. So we got 39 months times 4 weeks each times 3. So 39 times 12. That's how many workouts you've got left before you will never, ever, ever get the correct pump ever again without chemical assistance.
Serious?
Yes.
Whoa.
So you have got to actually, whatever you wanted to do.
That aggressively.
Yeah, like 45%. Like out the gate. Yeah. It's a lot, man. So, and look, there's all these therapies and things that you can do about it, blah, blah, blah. They're not perfect. They don't work right. So what I'm telling you is that sounds like I am dooming you to it. No, I'm telling you that is going to happen. And so you should probably consider, make sure you do not miss a single one of those and make sure they're done exactly the way you mean for them to be. And you maximize them, because what will happen is that your body will remember how to do exactly whatever you've taught it how to do. And for when you're 45, if you have to go like, all right, well, I got to go lift 300 pounds real quick, and you used to deadlift 5, then you're fine. And if you've never done that, then you are going to shatter your back into a million fucking pieces, And like, so what you need to do is you have to go as hard as you can with no injury for those, what is it? Like, what did I say? 12 times 39 workouts. Okay. That's what you've got. So,
wow.
Yeah, man. And then listen, here's the wonderful part. If I'm wrong, okay, then you just get some bonus ones. You just get some extras, and you're in great shape. If I'm wrong, you get some bonus ones and there's some extras. Oh, my wife was kind enough to actually do, okay, you have 468 potential workouts left.
468 left.
That's it. That's all of them. Okay. Which sounds like a lot. It's not,
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Like, so let's say there's, if you're following what's his name? God damn it. There was a, who's the fucking pop science Joe Rogan guy? Andrew Huberman. If you're following Huberman's system, that's 55 reps times 468 per muscle group, forever. And that's it. Right? So that's all. A total of
does the whole thing just stop working?
No. It doesn't stop working. It's just that if you're gonna get the real one, that's how many are left. And like there's a definite difference. Like the power that I gained doing 3 on 1 off for like 6 weeks. That was all it was. 3 on 1 off for 6 weeks straight. I went from I have never done a deadlift. This is when I was 27. 3 on 1 off, 6 weeks straight. I've never done a deadlift, and then I was deadlifting upwards. Like by the time I was done, I was deadlifting upwards of 500 pounds, 0 injury.
Bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And like, okay, I'm a big boy, but that's real fucking fast. That shouldn't be the case, you know. And like, I was not juicing nothing. That was full chemical, unassisted, you know, except whatever was from GNC. So, somebody said the Hubermensch. Yeah. So like, I don't know. Point being, I could not do that now. And I know I couldn't do that now. And like, at my very best, I've done 3 on, 3 off. And that's all I got. Okay, how in PvP, how do you defend against the assault marines dropping on your head? What the fuck do you do?
You don't. You kind of roll
God.
as soon as they're about to come down. That's all you got, brother.
All right. Because it really seems like that, like they just do that, and there's not really shit. It seemed like I don't want to be the fucking whiny PvP guy, but it does seem like that's a little unbalanced. I can't get out of that.
I'm playing as him for a reason, man. You give me a hard time with this.
Okay. So I don't know if it was like I just don't know the move. Like I assumed there must be a move. There's always got to be.
You kind of roll out of the way when they're about to come down on you.
So far, they have still like crushed me when I roll. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's a perfect timing I'm not hitting. I don't know. But anyway, so the point of that rant was not to say that all hope is lost. The point of that was to say, hey man, you've got 468 more chances to make yourself stronger in a way that's semi-permanent, and you should do that. You should definitely do that.
I don't know. You know what? I always suffered with too lateism. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I always thought in such a way.
Yeah. Me too. Because I did like. I was talking about it's the gifted kid thing. It's the gifted kid problem. Yeah. Where I was trying to explain it to somebody on Twitter earlier this week that like. All right, so imagine a world where if at first you don't succeed, try again is totally bullshit. And if at first you don't succeed, it's actually not possible. And you're going to hurt yourself or somebody else.
My whole life.
Yeah.
I've been working off of like base stat intuition forever, man.
Exactly. So like, but as it turns out, like there is a limit to that. Like in a tribal universe, oh my goodness, I would have been an immaculate wizard my entire life, in a mud hut somewhere. But there are limits to that. And so when that runs out, if you never learned how to try and fail and then try again, oh my goodness. What a nightmare.
That becomes an issue.
It becomes an issue real quick. Haha. Got you with a grenade. Haha. But so it becomes an issue real quick, and that is the real challenge.
The curse of the maxed out instinct young man who has to then confront the horrible demon of effort. You know?
Exactly. And that's why, like, there are, like, one of the things that I wish I had understood better when I was younger is that there is going to be a new greatest ever every generation. And you might miss a generation from time to time, but they need they need an Air Jordan every 15 years, no matter what. And they will have one. They will have one way or another. There will be a new Caesar, no matter what.
Of course.
You know? And so, like, your job is just to make sure that you're the best Caesar that you could possibly be. But there is going to be a Caesar. And there's not going to come a time where they just look around and go, well, I guess we're out of Caesars. No, you know, there's going to be a starting player, right? Like, so it's up to you to make that. Like, you have to actually, somebody's got to go make that. And if I had more of that in my mind the whole time, oh my goodness, I'm already a real monster, but like I could have been way more dangerous. And like that's my own fault. I fucked that up all on my own just by like, well, this is good enough. Like, this is still better than everybody else. I'm way cooler than everyone. That's plenty good enough. But like, nah, it wasn't, as it turns out. Like I could have done way better. I have squandered so much, and then that leads into that too lateism, like a lot,
Right.
like a lot. But okay, so let's say that's true. Let's say that's the end of the discussion. So now what? Well, do you like go jump off a bridge, or do you stop too lating it and just do shit, right?
That's the only solution I found so far. Just
Exactly.
Keep pushing.
You just keep doing shit.
See what comes out of the other end of the effort.
Yeah, yeah. And even if nothing does, you haven't lost more by trying than you would have lost by doing nothing. You know?
You lose a lot by doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you do lose all. You lose it all by doing nothing at some point or another. So you might as well just, you know, you might as well follow your dreams. That's the shit you were talking before. And you're right. You might as well just go ahead and follow your dreams. What's the worst thing that could happen about it? Fuck it.
That's it, man. That is. Brother Bear, my head is kind of killing me. Do you want?
Oh, shit.
You want to call it back here?
Yeah, I'm good with that, man. It was going to have to be a short stream anyway because I got recording to do here shortly.
Yeah.
And bless you for coming out, sir.
Thanks, man. It's always a great time.
Of course.
And next time, we will have our special guest. He unfortunately had allegations, but next time he will join us. And
yes. Tell the people. Do your plugs. Hit that shit. Let's go.
Everybody, check out theorthochat.org for everything we do with the nonprofit. Check out STP Launch for everything that we're working on concerning the publishing company. And check out global-orthodoxy.com if you want to get some of my cool personal merch and all that jazz. And we're gonna be bringing back the project in a big way. I just got to make some intro videos, and then you guys will see what's going on. You guys are gonna love it. So
there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Ortho Chat. I'll see you next week, sir. Get on out of here.
Brother,
go put your head away. All right, bye, man. Bye. Let me hang that up. All right, I'm going to hang that up, and I'm going to shut off the Discord audio button, and then I'm going to turn off that. Boys, fellas. Yeah, the Lake of Rot still existing is a little weird. It is a little weird. What's the ping in the Lake of Rot? Let's go look. Let's go see what they've done now. Oh no. No. Brother. You know, I gotta remember just to never, ever, ever watch anything that's in the Lake of Rot, you guys. My Codius, why did I trust you? Why did I do that? That was very ridiculous of me. I don't know what I was thinking. Nah, I had posted the stream links in the Lake of Rod earlier because I couldn't post on Twitter. And I suppose I should post in Lake of Rod anyway. And like, you know, I haven't been tagging everyone when I post in the Lake of Rod because to me, like, I fucking hate notifications, right? I don't want my phone to ding at me about anything that's not shit I have to take action on right now. Now, I understand that probably most of the guys in the Lake of Rot would like to know when I'm streaming. And so I post in there in general, but I haven't been pinging everyone. It's full of animals. Who cares if it bothers them? Well, that's what I'm reminded right now. People are being pinged, everyone with beast mode. Here's a guy pissing. Thanks, fellas. Yes, Lake of Rot is a Discord server. It's a mod. Of course it's a mod. Pin the pissing. I'm not pinning the pissing. I don't want to do that. My love, please. Yeah. No, Haunt, absolutely. No, you've taken the correct path. It's silly of me, but I don't know. I'm trying to be involved or whatever. I don't know. I should add everyone when I'm streaming. I guess I should. It's just so fucking rude to me. Now when I'm ending, do it now. No. Yeah, you got to say the word of power to get in, which is fine. I say it when I wake up in the morning. I say it when I stub my toe. Right, exactly. Well, Haunt, that was the other issue, is that, like, okay, maybe I should only, like, here's what I'll do. I'll do it on a stream where I don't plan on having chat on screen. And I'll just send them the kick link when I ping everyone. That's what I'll do. And then the ones that behave on the kick link, then they can come to the other streams also. You know? But I'll do that on like a just yapping stream where I can have the mod tools pulled up full time. You know, I should auto send the Twitch link. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't want. Okay, for sure, there are people in Lake of Rot that will just get the Twitch banned immediately. They will, because there's fucking spies in there, you know, and so they'll just mass report the Twitch and get it taken down for giggles. But that shit won't work on Kick, so I'll send them the Kick thing. They'll go look. They'll be bored because the takedown won't work, and then those guys will go on their way. But the guys that do know and are like, oh shit, he streams, yeah, we'll hang out there. That's fine. Mr. Mafia, no, he cannot spell it out for you. Although there's an ethically cleansed meme that was just put out about it, right? User number 1 says letter number 1. User number 5 says letter number 2, right? Yeah, Haunt, you're totally, you're absolutely right. That's the way to live. But the thing is, I don't know all the guys who can be trusted. So, like, at some point, I will have to be like, to do some sifting where I reach out and I bring a bunch of people in, and then some of them are going to definitely not be trustworthy, and I can weed those out. And then some of them are going to be like questionably trustworthy, and then they're going to be more difficult to weed out. And then there will be some trustworthy dudes, and that's going to be great, you know. But it's gonna take some work. That's fine. I just need to do that. Yeah, vetting them with stream and inviting them if they don't suck. Well, right. Well, that's the plan. I just got to get the people from the audiences into the stream chat. That's all, you know? Yeah, and then there's a bunch of fake trustworthy guys too, And then God damn it. And then here's the really unfortunate thing. There are also a lot of actually trustworthy guys who are stone cold schizos. Like genuinely cannot fucking get along with people, and it makes me sad. But like good dudes who would ride or die, and they're just they got too many screws loose. And so you can't let them drive. There's a bunch of those too. And then you stoked racial tension by bringing up the Travelers. Hak Patui. Disgusting. Well, I don't know, Haunt. I mean, yeah, you can't have them around. They got too many screws loose. That's what I'm lamenting there, right? Is that even though they, spiritually, they would be very trustworthy, they simply lack the capacity. They mean well, and they just fuck it up. Being a functional person is a pretty low bar. Higher than you'd imagine, Like, especially over time, right? People who mean well and fuck it up, those are bad people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even people who mean well genuinely and still fuck it up, they're still, it's still not good. So we got to sift out both of those, but I still got to cast a wide net in the first place to find anybody that like, hey, you want to grow some shit? You want to get somewhere with something? We gotta do the thing. Look at this. My wife, my ultra-based wife, still Foyd moment. Certified woman moment right there. They're trying their best, and then only after I call it out, but fuck them. Women can't help it, man. Women cannot help themselves with this shit. This is why we have to put our foot down collectively as gentlemen. We have to put our foot down they're trying their best. Yes, and I can feel for them on that and still say they can't be on the ship. You just can't have them on the ship. That's just how it is. They're gonna fuck stuff up. Oh, but he's a sensitive young man. Yes, but he's a spaz. And I like him, but he can't be on the ship. There's a literal brain scan on that. Women feel bad even when it's deserved. Yes, okay, and there's a good reason for them to have that feeling. Babies require a lot of undeserved mercy. They're babies, right? Women have to love babies when they stab them in the fucking eye, when they bite their titty too hard. They can't throw the baby across the room like, fuck, ow, right? No. They have to forgive things that shouldn't be forgiven. Otherwise, we'd go extinct. So, okay. With that being the case, that makes it my job to not fucking listen when she says, oh, but he's trying his best. I know he is. And that's too bad. He really did try his too best, and he can't be on the ship. We're going raiding. I can't have him on the ship. Right? Like the Loki myth is the tale of why you can't, like, it's why you can't have crafty gays in your raiding party. Right? You can't have a spicy power bottom in your raiding party. Right? Like, it's literally femboys can't be trusted, the show. Okay? That's the whole thing with Loki. Loki likes bottoming so much that he shape-shifted into an animal to get fucked and get pregnant, and the monsters that he birthed from that pregnancy eat the roots of the world tree. Do you understand? Like, does that make sense? So no, I'm sorry. You can't have a fey, interesting, limp-wristed young man, a very sensitive fellow, on your raiding boat. You can't do that. He practices women's magic and wears an Astolfo costume. He actually just made a really fast horse that called him mom. No. He also made Jormungandr and the fucking wolves and this problem and that problem. He's the one that birthed all these fucking monsters. And he did it fucking around, shapeshifting, and getting fucked. But he meant well. Yeah, see? So, you just gotta skip it. You just gotta say, sorry guys, it destroys the whole world. We can't have... He didn't do nothing. Oh, no, my wife, I'm not yelling at you. You just gave us you gave me the perfect excuse to yell about a thing that I'm very passionate about. That's all. But no, it's your job. It's your job to say that. Women are supposed to have women moments. You're meant to. I'm just meant to tell you no when you do that. Guys, I think I upset her. No. Can we get some wife cube in solidarity with the mod team? Yes, here. Hang on, let me switch on. We need some solid wife cubing. Where to go here? What the fuck? Where is my... I don't even have my own stream pulled up on Twitch. What's wrong with me? Takes an hour for me to get where I'm supposed to go. I really need to hotkey everything. I need to hotkey all the things. Here, we'll get some of that right there. Yeah. At a distance, it really does just look like ants on the screen, which is weird. Like, that's too bad. Like, if I get far away from it and it's little, it just looks like there's a bunch of ants. You really got to zoom in on it. Fucking, you know what? There's a, I have 0 bits. Does it have the Gigantify? Yeah, it would charge me to Gigantify. I made it too small. This is the only size you can make it. I made it with the expectation that Gigantify would ever occur. I just don't have any bits on here. But yeah, it's actually like too small to show the cube. There are limitations to emoji design. I know. But no, for real, the 30-cent gigantification thing for emotes. This is future compatible. That's all. This is future compatible. All right, boys. Super short stream. I'm going to wrap it up. I might have another stream before Friday. I might do something. I don't know. I got some recording to do tonight. I know I got some recording to do on Wednesday. We'll see how I'm feeling. I don't know. I think... Oh, you did get the Redeemer? Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, if you got the Redeemer, then maybe... All right, so then we got one Redeemer. We got plenty of the... I think we got 2 people that have a Perseus. And then my Idris. I think we should be able to, to do as many TSGs as we want then. Because... The Idris and the Perseus can hold the outside, and then the Redeemer can go in there and just rip ass in the trench runs. Because I think it's got quad size 4s. No, quad size 3s on the top turret in it. And it's got dual big boy power plants. Like size 3 power plants in there. And I know I've got at least one military grade A power plant that we could put on at size 3 in the QV. Yeah, the tail is fuck huge. It's just but it's the biggest ship that will fit. Like, even if you cruise gently, you know, you just put somebody on the top turret. You just cruise very chill because you can tank it. You don't have to rush. And you just let the turret guy smoke the fucking, whatever they're called. Yeah. Well, it's particularly tanky for TSG because TSG, while you're in there, it's doing distort damage. And your resistance to the distort damage is based on the size and HP of your power plant. And in particular, that ship can roll 2 size 3 power plants. So it's got like 8 times the HP of the size 2s or something. I forget how much, but it's significant. So you can just like chill your way in, do the thing, leave. Yeah. Size 1 need not apply. You miss your raft, my honey? We can get you a raft. You've got 3 million, don't you? There's cargo runs right now that are pretty good. They're not as good as Dupree was. But I'm sure there's some. All right, boys. I will probably hop on Star Citizen, not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. We'll see what's up. No, not tomorrow. No. Tomorrow's spoken for. Maybe Thursday. Yes, maybe Thursday for Star Citizen. And then Friday. We'll see. All right. But for today, what do we got? What do we got going on here? Is there anybody live? It's Monday. On Monday, I feel like nobody's ever live when I check this. Oh, Twitchy's live. She's playing Car Mechanic. Powder's live also. I hadn't rated Powder before. We'll go hit up Twitchy. Twitchy bug. And I will see you boys coming up soon. Oh, and don't fret. Flesh has just been very scatterbrained about putting up the Gladiodrome episodes. They've all been recorded. He's just taking his time. Fucking putting shit up. He's been busy. You see. All right. For tonight, of course, that means stream is over.